Hey there, farm and garden friends. What exactly is the 30% rule? Well, we are back at it, starting the day off right with another walk out on the back 40. We got our coffee in hand, and the sun is shining, so it's going to be another great day. So what exactly is this 30% rule that I speak of? Well, I like to call it Plan B, because, and this is especially true, if you're in your first couple years trying to figure things out, I'm a big believer in having a Plan B, or planning for failure, because it's going to happen. The reality is you just don't know what you don't know. That was definitely the case for me. So you want to plan for some amount of failure. Obviously, hope for the best, try your best, but things are going to pop up, whether it be bugs or weather or just learning curve. Man, is it a gorgeous day. So I like to think of the 30% rule as my plan B or my backup plan, because it allows you room for mistakes, and if things go great, it allows you room for growth. So it's kind of a win-win if you come at it from the beginning and planning for that. I know it's super easy jumping into the market gardening space. You see all these people on YouTube doing all these cool things, beautiful gardens, making money, and it looks easy. You know it's going to be hard work, but it looks easy. So quickly find out that's not actually the case. It's pretty common for optimists like myself to see 10 beds and think, I can get full production out of all those beds. When reality is, yes, I should plan to try to get full production out of all those beds, but understand the reality of planting those 10 beds to get 7 beds of full production. That would be the 30% rule. So say if you need 100 transplants to put into a bed, start 130 cells, right? Start 130 seeds. That's the 30% rule. Plant or start or do 30% more than you have to hit. And you're much more likely to hit your goal than setting your goal for what you think is 100% possible, right? Now, setting your goal for that 100% possible, absolutely, I'm all about audacious goals. But a realistic must-hit goal, take that 100% and back it down to 70. That's your target. Plan for the 100. Hit the 70. You'll have that 30% left over if everything goes great. Which, A, if you have the failure that's possible, you've got the replacements. B, and here's the cool part, if everything does go good, and instead of getting 70 out of it, you get 100, well then you've planned not only for failure, you've also planned for growth, because you can then take that additional 30% and increase your sales by 30%, or you could, even better yet, donate that 30% to, give back into the community. And here we are back at our half-mile mark. So, good spot to take a quick break. How many other coffee lovers do I have out there? Tell me what your favorite is in the comments below. Now, when it comes to coffee, I'm not picky, but I am a Folgers guy. Usually take it black, maybe just a little bit of sugar, but since I've started to cut out sugar, even less of that now. So I'm not real picky when it comes to coffee. And yeah, I'm one of those guys that could probably drink it, and do on occasion, all day. Not quite so much in the summer, but definitely in the winter. It's kind of coffee and water. Those are my go-tos these days. Unless, of course, I'm mixing up a spinach and kale and berry smoothie or something. So, back to the 30% rule. I just think it's a realistic way to plan for your season, plan for success, but also plan to cover your ass when things go wrong. So, it's going to happen. That's farming. It is full of challenges. Even when things go perfect, it's still full of challenges, and that's what makes it fun. And obviously the end goal is to grow as much food and feed as many people as possible. Whether you're doing that for profit or to give back. So when we're planning out our roadmap for the season or the time of year that we're planting for and planning, I think it's great to implement the 30% rule, or what I call the 30% rule. Now, honestly, if it's your very first year and you've never done it, and you know there's going to be a huge learning curve, I say bump that to a 50% rule. Take the same concept, but do it at 50%. So when you are planting, if you have 10 beds, if you have a full block to plan out, plan and plant for the 10 beds. But when you're working out your production goals, or what you think it's going to produce for yourself or for the community, back that down to 50%. And that way, if everything goes perfect, you have that additional 50%, it's all good. But if reality hits, if things don't go as planned, your butt's covered. So that's what I would say. First year, maybe even back that to a 50%. Moving forward, I would have that at 30. When you get good, I'd still have it at 20. Because at the very worst, if you do everything right all the time, that's still going to give you, excuse me, if you have it at 30% and you do everything right, that allows you to increase or grow by 20% at least every year and still donate 10%, right? So that would be my suggestion. That's why I call it the 30% rule. Now that also works not just in your production, but it also works in your sales goals. So that's definitely one thing we are implementing around here to kind of keep us on track, moving forward, and not letting the bumps in the road stop us for too long, because we're all gonna have them, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but there's not the little furry thing up in the corner of the screen. I switched out my mics. Hopefully this one works a little better. Well, hopefully I made that easy enough to understand and you guys can implement it in what you're doing. My hope is that it'll help guide you a little bit going forward. I did put out a video last year, Sales 101 in the Market Garden, which talks a little bit about this. Planning for failure so you can succeed. So don't take that the wrong way, guys. When I say plan for failure, I'm not saying you're going to fail. I'm saying that not everything's going to go right, and you want to plan for that and have backup plans to deal with it when they come, right? So you can succeed, because that's the ultimate goal, right? Succeeding and growing more food. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying these walk and talks as much as I am. If there's something else you'd like me to cover in one of the discussions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah!